Hi everyone, Jackie here. I'm doing a quick video to encourage my team members and each and every one of you out there who is in the network marketing industry or have a home-based business. A lot of times people see us grinding and pushing and all happy. Doesn't mean that all these happy days for us. We do have days that we don't feel like doing anything, and those are the days when we need someone to encourage us, or we need to listen to a testimony like the one I'm about to share with you. I did find this testimony online, and it's been a blessing to me, and I would like to share with each and every one of you out there. So here's the testimony. Just hold on one second. Here we go. Magin Yenel was a minister in a small town in Texas. Unfortunately, he was headed for bankruptcy and was just about to lose his car and home. He was looking for a way out and discovered network marketing. Luckily, he had a wise sponsor. I hope you have a good sponsor out there. His sponsor gave Mark what he called the price of promise. This business can set you free financially in 1 to 3 years. The price is, to succeed, you will have to face and conquer 4 major enemies. Mark said, it's a deal. Mark wasn't scared at all. Mark began by inviting 200 friends over to his house to watch a video. 80 said no, they are not interested. Mark had encountered enemy number 1, rejection. Have you been rejected before? He thought, no problem, my sponsor warned me about that. But I still have 120 people that are confirmed to come over to my home. Guess what? Only 70 showed up. Mark had just encountered enemy number 2, which is deception. Mark thought, no problem. My sponsor also warned me about that. At least those 70 people watched the video. Guess what? 57 said they are not interested. No, but no, thank you. Mark had just encountered enemy number 3, apathy. Mark thought, no problem. 13 people did sign up. Yeah. Guess what? 12 out of them dropped out of the business shortly thereafter. Have you guys had team members who have dropped out on you? Mark had just encountered enemy number 4, attrition. Attrition left Mark with just one serious associate. Guess what? To this day, that single distributor earns Mark over $50,000 per month. Can you believe that? One person. You're one person away to your miracle. You're one decision away to your miracle. Do not faint. Mark Yenel's story is not unique. You may have heard of Bill Bright, one of the most successful distributors in Amway. Some years ago, 2020, the TV program did a feature story on Amway. The story spent 19 minutes interviewing whiners and complainers. Distributors who had failed. They showed garages full of products they couldn't sell. During the last minute of the show, Mr. Bright was interviewed in front of his beautiful home. He was asked, Mr. Bright, this business has obviously worked for you. What's your secret? He replied, there is no secret. I simply showed the plan to 1,200 people. 900 said no, and only 300 signed up. Out of those 300, only 85 did anything at all. Out of those 85, only 35 were serious. And out of the 35, 11 made me a millionaire. How about you 11 people away from becoming a millionaire? Do not faint. Keep grinding. Keep going. Keep it moving. Like Mark Yenel, Bill walked through the numbers. Jason, a co-founder of New Vision, told his story as well. When he was a distributor at Motel, he signed up 50 people. He had a lot of no's on the way to those 50. Jason took one man who he knew would be terrific in the business to lunch and told him about the business. The man said no. Jason took the man to lunch again the next month and gave him some updates. Once again, the man said no. Jason sent him some more information and took him to lunch again the next month. Again, the man said no. That went on for 6 good months. The 7th month, something had changed for the man, and he said yes. That man made Jason over $1 million. Jason also walked through the numbers. Walk your way through the numbers. It's a game of numbers, guys. It's a game of numbers. Jason did not give up on this man. Do not give up on your prospects. Keep checking on them. While starting Amway, America's 11th richest entity, Rich and Jay recruited 500 people. 495 dropped out. The 5 that didn't quit built Amway. All $7 billion of Amway's business was built under those 5 people. Jay and Rich had to work through the numbers. Guys, work through your numbers. It doesn't matter how many no's you're going to encounter on the way. Keep it moving. There are many similar stories. Jeff, the top money earner in Manitech, signed up 27 people his first month. One might think that he's especially talented at sponsoring. Actually, Jeff will be the first to tell you that he is not talented at all. In fact, he feels like he did very poorly. To recruit those 27 people, Jeff talked to 2,000 people that first month. I'm going to repeat this. Jeff talked to 2,000 people to get 27 people to join him. And of the 27, the only one who did anything significant with the business was Ray, who has more than half of the company's downline today. Jeff's word to you is this: the numbers never lie. Guys, numbers don't lie. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Walk through the numbers. Pick your goal and then get into massive action. Take massive action. Pick your goal. Keep going. Get the numbers moving. If you talk to enough people, you will make it. If you talk to enough people, you will make it. There are 7 billion people in the world, guys. 7 billion people. Go get them. Talk to enough people, you will get where you want to go to. Your money is in your mouth. Here's the lesson. Your success is directly related to the degree to which you are willing to work to find others like yourself who are committed to succeed. I say your success is directly related to the degree to which you are willing to work to find others like you, like-minded people who are committed like you are to succeed. Max odds were 1 in 50. Jeff's were really 1 in 2,000. Would you be willing to go through 200 people to find the one who will make you $50,000 a month? Will you be willing to go through 200 people to find the one who will make you $50,000 a month? I am willing. Are you willing? Or how about you go through 200 people to become a millionaire? Or hear no. Uncounted times. You're going to hear no uncounted times. That is okay. I hope you will take massive action today. It's easier when you know the odds up front. It's easier when you know that it's a game of numbers. But here is the catch. You have your own set of odds, and you won't know what they are until you have succeeded. Your numbers are not mine, so just keep it moving until you make it. So if you have gone through 50 or 100 people and you haven't found one serious person yet, you can either give up and assume the business doesn't work, or recognize that you are working through your own numbers. I will conclude with that one more time. If you have gone through 50 people, or if you have gone through 100 people and you haven't found one serious person yet, you can either give up and quit and assume that this business doesn't work, or you recognize that you are just walking through your own numbers. You are different. You are unique. Keep it moving.